to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Corey Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play it right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game
Bang! What is up, everybody? Corey Vincent here with Video Game Bang, brought to you by Gamer Subs GG, Oblivion Comics and Coffee, Sacramento's #1 comics and coffee place? Shop? Are they calling it a shop?
I don't know. I've only been
I thought
there
it was.
And is it shop with 2 P's and like 3 E's?
Two P's and 3 E's, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
OUPPE.
I never knew the difference. Do they teach that in school? What's the
They
difference
do
between a
not.
shop and a
They do not.
No?
A shop and
No.
shop.
You heard her voice joining us back again from, where were you?
Nowhere.
You were gone, no?
No, you were gone. I was
gone.
here.
Oh, that's right. And then I had my revelation. We'll get into that towards the end of the show.
Oh my.
Glad you're here.
Oh my.
Emma Skies, everybody. And
What
then-
up, nerds?
Oh, cut off your thing. Want to try it again?
No, I'm
Emma
good.
Skies,
I'm good.
everybody.
What up, nerds?
Thank you.
Thank
Also
you.
joining us, Aaron Carter. What's up, man?
What's happening, everybody?
How you been, dude?
It's been a emotional roller coaster today.
Please
Oh.
explain.
The World Cup. Has nobody been watching this?
Not a
okay.
single person.
You're gonna have
The
to
entire
explain it.
world.
You're gonna have to
No one.
Has
explain
been
it.
watching this.
Why? What happened with Korea and Mexico? What-
Yeah.
So Mexico was on the verge of losing and going home. All they had to do was tie or win to be guaranteed. And of course they lost to Sweden 3-0.
Of course.
And then they had to wait for Germany and Korea. Germany being like the #1 team in the world. Korea, not so much.
So
But-
it took a huge act of God, basically, to save.
He literally parted the clouds, came down, and put the goals in for Korea because Germany had one job, and for 90 minutes plus, they could not do it. So, I had people emotionally up and down, put it that way, at work. You know, friends, family members. It was crazy.
I
So,
wish you were this passionate about video games.
have you not read my bio on my Twitter?
Speaking of which, David Webb is right here. How you doing, David?
What's going on, everybody? Doing good?
Care about the World Cup?
I mean, I like to know what's happening.
He's American, so no.
Yeah.
I'm a cultured American. Thank you very much. I forced myself to like the World Cup.
Ouch, when white people call themselves cultured, it's never a good thing.
Wow.
This means they wear dashikis on the weekend. That's all that means.
Yeah. Sometimes on Fridays.
We have a special guest on the show, too, joining us all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. Cody from Vast. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
You couldn't get your webcam working. That's not a problem. But,
The one without the cam.
yeah, you're the guy. The logo right there below Video Game Bang is for Vast. And for people uninitiated, why don't you tell everybody what Vast is?
Vast is essentially a marketing agency within the space of esports and gaming. What right now, one of the services that we offer is to brands basically the ability to have properly structured giveaway campaigns that are also well promoted so that they're getting a little bit more ROI, so to speak, for the items they're putting up and for their invested time into like a giveaway campaign.
So who are some of the people you've worked with?
Well, we've worked with Optic, Energy, Rogue, various other orgs within the space, as well as influencers like Ninja, TSM Myth, A-Drive, and some various others that we're going to be working with as well in the future. But really just most premium brands within the esports and gaming space.
Like Video Game Bang, because you guys have been helping us with our giveaway. If you guys didn't know, we had our 5-year anniversary a couple weeks ago. We decided we've never done a really large-scale giveaway before in our history of the show. So we bought a Nintendo Switch, packaged it with the, what is the game?
Zelda Breath of the
The
Wild.
special one, though.
Special edition.
Yeah.
The box is huge. It comes with all
So
sorts
I'm
of
told.
good stuff in there.
So I'm told.
I can go show you. It's in the garage. Want to go with
That's
me?
the-
I don't know why that sounded
That
sketchy.
sounds. What? I thought it was
You
You
sketchy
guys
too.
gotta come with
I
me.
thought-
no,
We're gonna go as a group.
We
It's
all
gonna be
know
a
that's where he
group
keeps his
outing.
duct tape and rope. So,
You got to Scooby-Doo it and split up.
I've
Please
syour this
no.
movie before. Black guy does not split up with people. No.
So, what's it like working with all these people? Because, like, your company, or Vast, has grown so quick because when you did the first few giveaways with Energy, it was very educational. First of all, you guys like really have it down to a science on how not only just to do giveaways to like gain followers, but to gain like quality followers. That's the kind of thing that sucks. And most people, you can go out there and buy followers if you want them that bad. But what's like different about your guys' process and how you guys gain brands these followers rather than like why go through Vast instead of just buying them?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Instead of like doing your own giveaways, or if you can, supplement a little bit of your marketing budget to the giveaway space, and promote through that. One thing that's kind of unique to us is we've only been around for a year, officially, and when we started this company, we were at zero. As far as social following and what have you. And through these giveaways and these partnerships, as well as working with clients, we've accumulated a social following of over 1 million, followers across all social. We now have a mailing list of 1.25 million subscribers. So those are people that are specifically subscribed from the esports and gaming space, more so for like incentivized marketing, or rather, giveaways. So they're literally kind of like awaiting emails to interact with new brands through this kind of like giveaway setup, so to speak.
Who would have even known that was like an industry to get into? Like, who's thinking to start this company? Like, you started with Rogue doing stuff with their social, and how did it transition though? Like, when did you get the aha moment?
Well, I had the aha moment prior to Rogue when I had worked for another company that was starting off in the space, and I helped grow their social from nothing to about 75,000 followers. Through these kind of promotional giveaways, and I noticed that there wasn't really a provided service for it, right? It wasn't really necessarily anything that any other agencies managed or did. They might have set up a Gleam, but it wasn't in a way that they were actually trying to make a marketing, endeavor out of it. So through that process of learning how to do it with Gleam and understanding that there's some importance here and benefit, I took that to Rogue, and then through Rogue, I grew like more of a case study and understanding of it. Then to make a company with my now co-founding partner Trey, who's also with me on it, and it's just our company kind of running this singular service, though we look to offer more services in the future.
So you mentioned before some of the people you get to work with, like Ninja, and so are you dealing with these people directly?
Yeah, so I kind of I'm like more so the CEO, like a co-founder, COO, and like influencer, like relations manager. So I speak a lot with like Jess, specifically when it comes down to Tyler, our ninja, or Loaded. So I was hearing myself. I was hearing my kickback. Sorry, no. But I'll speak a lot with Loaded on their side of things, specific to giveaways. But we actually met Tyler and Jess. Trey was an old Halo pro, like I guess semi-pro in the space. So he actually knew Tyler prior. And then last year at TwitchCon, we had a meeting with him and Jess, and we just kind of talked to him about the system. And eventually down the road, we did giveaways with them. So like that was kind of like a cool introduction. Or like we work with TSM Myth. I literally reached out to him. I've hung out with him a few times in person, saw him at E3, and then at Ninja's event here in Vegas. And he thought, it was a good idea. So now we're doing giveaways with him. And essentially, we just kind of put ourselves out there. We're very like boots on the ground. So we go to every single convention, every single event. We're talking in person with all these various esports owners for these leagues, as well as people that are on the marketing team. And we just kind of extend ourselves and we get involved. And we make sure that people understand, okay, these guys are here in the community. They're actually engaging, and I think that's what's helped us a lot so far.
So has anyone broke? Because I remember at the time when we did the big Asus giveaway for Energy, we had broken like your guys' records. Is it still intact, or who's taking it from us?
Well, I mean, since then we've worked on quite a few big campaigns, and we've reached over like. You said the prior example, and we're now running giveaways that sometimes gather 300,000 or more users.
Whoa!
What was your record with the energy giveaway?
It was nowhere near. It was close. It was like 30, right?
The 45,000.
Close to 300.
I underestimated it.
Yeah,
30, 40,000, like which was big at the time. Yeah, it was huge for.
When we work with these bigger influencers, I mean, we did one with TSM Myth. We had 100,000 users in the first 24 hours.
Damn.
So it really kind of just depends on how much they're really able to push and promote it. And then the actions, you guys know what that means on the other side. It means that those 100,000 people that are being pushed from his stream, from his YouTube, from our collective following. All those people are now in a Gleam widget performing social actions for his brand and our brand, or sponsor brands, right? Yeah. Anybody who's within this container, and they're all accumulating, hundreds of thousands of social media actions and impressions and all that kind of engagement. And that's why these things are so powerful,
Yeah. Damn. So what's a good time to get into like giveaways? Like, what do you think when you're talking to like an influencer or a Twitch streamer? Because like we waited 5 years to do our first giveaway, and I think it was kind of a mistake. We probably should have started doing it a little bit earlier. But
well, there's a lot of it's balance, right? You don't want to only grow off of giveaways because some of them are non-engaged, like potential followers and things like that. So you definitely want to make sure that there's a balance, and that's something that we always preach to our clientele. So not to go too giveaway heavy, but at the same time, these are really big potentials for growth, and really when you're able to really pull a market and see a lot of actual engagement. So I would say we tell our partners, hey, if you guys want to run one a month, that's only 12 giveaways in a year. It's not too crazy.
Yeah.
But I would say around the holidays, around special game releases, as well as like when you get product from sponsors. If you're not using that product, do a giveaway. And then maybe for organizations, it's celebratory, like new team signings when you guys win an open or things like that.
Yeah, I think that worked out too, because I think we did 2 campaigns with you. One was built around like an acquisition when we got Northern Gaming, I think, and then the second one I think was the Asus giveaway.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you're kind of using them to kind of further perpetuate like a press release or what have you.
Exactly.
In that situation.
Genius. Well, we could talk about like the nitty gritty of social media and giveaways all day, but this is a video game podcast, so we want to learn a little bit more about you. Like, what's your history in gaming? Why did you want to get into esports?
Well, I mean, I came into it back in the old like Nintendo days, just because I always had like a Super Nintendo, and then after that, more into like the GameCube, and I was more of like just social, keep to myself kind of guy, or like kid rather, playing games. But then my buddies showed me onto Halo 2 on the Xbox, and then I got my Xbox 360 with Halo 3, and I just played, I no-life that game. So
if only you were in the room, like when you said Halo 2 and brought up those memories. Emma and I both are huge Halo fans.
The nostalgia.
And we both just gave each other that look of, he's one of us.
Mm-hmm.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
It gets me.
No, Trey, like the other co-founder, he like played semi-pro and went to circuits and stuff like that. But like I was more so into the big team battle community and scene.
Okay.
And that's kind of like where I more so engaged. So I mean, I basically would play Halo console, and I would play Diablo 2 LOD PC, and that was like my initial experience into gaming, where I went kind of like overboard.
How did you get to the esports though? Because like there's a huge world of difference between the gamers and then the esports.
Well, within the esports, I mean, I was always really into the competitive scene of Halo, following the pros, idolizing certain players, which, surprisingly now, being in the space, I've actually met a lot of people that I used to like idolize, which is really cool. But essentially, I went from, just approaching somebody that was here in Vegas, where I lived, that was in esports, that was in gambling, that was in gaming, and I kind of just plugged myself into that. And then from learning the system of growing through giveaways, I just extended myself to Rogue, and then it kind of became, etched in esports, so to speak. It was kind of just through luck.
Dang. So, like, what's the future of Vast? Like, do you just keep collecting till you have a billion emails? Or
yeah. But yeah, I mean, essentially we want to keep expanding into offering a better service for what we're terming now as Push. So Push is our promotional giveaway structure service that we're offering, and that's what we're going to be terming it as moving forward. And then Vast will be more so an identity to the marketing agency itself. We want to offer more services in the future specific to more marketing things. I can't speak on them too much right now because we don't want to give secrets away. But we do look to offering more services, as well as like further solidifying our giveaway promotion service as well.
So I can tell you, just like in esports, everybody meets everybody. You meet a lot of different people. You get tons of cold emails of people like wanting this or that.
Oh, yeah. All day,
every day. And like I have to say, of a lot of the people I talk to, you are one of the most ambitious dudes, and I've seen it just in the insane growth of your company, and it's like pretty fucking cool that you've gotten to like this is your full-time gig now, like something that you created, that you started. And there's a lot of people out there who do the, oh, I wish I want to do this, I want to be self-starting, but what did it take for you to actually just do it and take that jump and be like, I'm going to go into my company?
Yeah. I think what happened was I was lucky enough to have people who saw that passion that you saw, or saw that drive, and invest in me in the sense of trusting me to provide this service to them, and then pay me as I was doing, and then taking and saying, hey, I can make a company out of this, and then now instead of that person paying me as an employee, they're paying me as a brand, to my company, and that's the transition. So we went from that transition into really taking and saying, putting it all out there, right, and knowing that this is a system that could work. So alongside Trey and myself, like we just really powered through it and made sure that we put everything we could into this process, this platform that we didn't see in the space, into becoming fruition, or into fruition rather.
Yeah, and it's smart, dude, because like emails are like currency these days, and I don't fully even understand why, so like same thing with the social media, like why do you need social media? Well, it's because people see that it's like a status symbol, or the email database has a value, but what is the value? Like where?
Well, you have your basic like CPM, like just your visual value of like say we promote a brand like Video Game Bang. Let's say instead of emailing out your giveaway, we email it out a newsletter surrounding your brand and marketing your brand. So you have your CPM where people are essentially paying you for 1,000 impressions, and we're giving you over 1 million, so to speak. So you have that visual marketing, which is like traditional with typical marketing, but then these email lists, essentially we have an arsenal of over 1 million people that when we send out these giveaways, they're going to potentially enter, right? And then you have so many other people performing social actions. So the emails are vital in a way that basically we can deliver these giveaways and get the interaction that a lot of these brands, they just don't get because there's not enough promotion behind the giveaways, for that extended reach.
It's like a giant pool of people who are already kind of targeted in a way.
Yeah, and that's why... Programs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly who we came from. Like, we work with some of these various partners like Ninja, TSM Myth, Energy, Video Game Bang, and what have you. Your guys' followers are gamers. Your guys' followers are esports fanatics. And that's exactly what we're pooling into our fan base and our email list and all those sorts of good things. We're acquiring the very people that are a part of this space and then expanding further because we incentivize them to then share it with their friends who are also gamers. And we just kind of keep growing that webbing, so to speak, across the platform.
What's great is that it's like totally transparent as well. It's not like it's not like Facebook selling stuff to Russians. You guys were honest with us in the first place. You guys are going to have some fall off. There's going to be people who are just following for the giveaway, but then after the giveaway, it's up to you to come up with your business plan, your content strategies, and all that stuff to retain this big following that you've gained.
Yeah. And there's proof in that. We've had a lot of streamers who said, just because somebody had the chance to see my content, I was actually able to convert them because they were like, oh, I didn't even know. Like A-Drive, for example, he had had somebody who followed him through a recent Nintendo Switch giveaway he did with Munching Orange and through the brand, and he had said, I didn't even know people still did Pokemon content. He's like, I didn't even know like this was a thing, and he literally found YouTube, like Pokemon YouTube channels through the giveaway. He found A-Drive's Twitch stream, Munching Orange's channel, and then he kind of enveloped himself in this world, and he actually subscribed to A-Drive on Twitch. And like we see all these people kind of like internally getting involved in all these other platforms within gaming because these giveaways push them to it. Like example being our Discord. In the last 2 months, we went from 0 users in our community Discord to over 120,000.
Holy shit.
A lot of that has to do with like teaming up with TSM Myth and all those other various people. But essentially, we're able to just like really expand our reach through these promotions. And it's beneficial to your own brand or, esports orgs or what have you.
I'm interested in your opinion on this too, because like from where I am evaluating different like social media platforms, where does Discord even sit right now? Because so you have 100,000 or whatever, not discrediting that whatsoever, but I'm subscribed to like 100, and I'm only in 2 or 3 of them. What are they doing, like statistics or any ways to like to do metrics or to convert that into some sort of like engagement data?
Well, I'm sure that those guys, Andy and the team over there at Discord, have their means of which that they're doing so. But for us, like we use our Discord to ping everybody about new promotions and giveaways. So it's really useful for us because we can literally send a desktop ping to the over 120,000 people that are in the server.
That's insane. And I know it's effective because you did that for our giveaway and we shot up quick.
Yeah.
Like David was sending me messages like, what the fuck did you just do?
Yeah, we usually tell people to turn their notifications off when they do promotions with us.
I did that pretty quick.
That was because that was the one where I was at E3 and I like wasn't looking at anything, and then I came back home and I was like, what happened?
Knowing you thought you'd gone viral or something. You're like, oh, my cosplay finally took off.
I was like, I didn't understand what I was looking at. I was like, I wasn't, because it was mostly on Twitch was like my biggest increase, and I was like, I was off for a whole week. How did this increase?
Yeah, Ninja's off for 2 days and he loses 40,000. You're off for a week and you gain
double in followers. So I still lost half my subs.
What did you think of that statistic or that message that Ninja put out about when he took his time off losing that much revenue? Like, how can this dude be making that much money, or how did that have that much fall off?
Well, I think it's just a lot of people through watching the Prime and like that just so happened to be the month that they are the time in which they dropped off, right? And then when you acquire new, if you don't get them, the new streamers do, and that's one space where the primes are like very like important. So when he had left for those 2 days, it just seemed to be that a lot of people fell off, and because he wasn't streaming, he wasn't able to then recollect those people that had fallen off.
Right, because Prime Prime doesn't auto renew, whereas everything
else does. So it's like they have to.
If he's not on, they don't. There's no way for them to know that their sub.
And then like
renewed.
If TSM Myth is streaming when he's not, and those same people who unsubscribe Twitch Prime to Ninja they have it again, they might get that impression from TSM Myth, right, and he loses that person.
Right.
So there's all those various.
And I was just gonna say it's this thing where like it's not necessarily people maliciously unsubbing. It's just running out at that particular moment, which I think is what a lot of people in his replies didn't seem to get. Like they were like, "Why are people unsubbing when you're just?" And he's like, "Nobody did it on purpose." Yeah,
it's just a drop off because it's not an automated system.
Do you think Amazon will ever allow Twitch sub primes to like undo, or are they just counting on people forgetting so they can save a little extra money?
I think what they'll do is I think they'll allow you to have the choice of making it so that it's automatic, so you don't have to worry about it, but it's going to have to be something that you do like special selection or by request through your Amazon account, because otherwise I feel like it would get abused, or it might be too much of a loss for them. But I think if they allow people to say, hey, I personally want mine to renew every month on this channel, I just have to go through setting it up, I think that'd be better for them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And if people don't know what we're talking about, there's this awesome little feature on twitch.tv if you have Amazon Prime, where you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and give out free subscriptions. They cost you no money, David.
That's insane.
No money. And you can help support a struggling artist like Video Game Bang just by going up to the top right corner and doing the Prime subscription. So you're witnessing firsthand and actually kind of taking part in helping like these crazy streamers like Myth and Ninja and all these dudes blow up. So what do you think is going on with the Battle Royale games, specifically Fortnite and like Realm Royale just coming out of nowhere? What do you see?
Well, I'm able to touch on this shortly. I do actually have to leave here as soon as possible. I'm actually going to do an escape room.
Oh,
so
nice.
So I'm going to try one of those out. We had a schedule for 9 o'clock, so I just had to get over to the other side of town. But I'll just touch base with it. I think the battle royales are going in the right direction, but I think that in a sense of like how the game performs, the only person doing it right is Fortnite. And the H1Z1, PubG, they saw their inability to come up with a really consistent service or like providing of game, that they're seeing how that affects them now that Fortnite runs so smoothly most of the time. Or even Realm Royale is even competing in the sense of PUBG and H1 and how it performs. So these bigger producers, or these AAA titles, are coming into the space, so to speak, and I think people are going to have to understand they need to keep up, like, with how the quality of play, because that's why it's lacking for PUBG right now, and that's why it's lacking for H1Z1.
Do you think,
is my personal opinion.
Last question before we let you go. Realm Royale, what do you think so far? Is it going to overtake like PUBG and H1Z1? Or should Fortnite be scared?
I don't think Fortnite should be scared. I think it's got a strong place in the second space right now, specific to outlasting the others, mainly because streamers are wanting to play this game right now as opposed to the other two in PUBG and H1. Like, streamers actually want to experience something different in a VR that isn't necessarily a shooter only mechanic, right? They want something different, and that's what Realm Royale is. And it's fun, it's different, it's the same thing that Fortnite was, or it still is, in offering something unique to the space, and in their own way, and in a way that relates with MMO or RPG. So it's even more so, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, like, I think that they're going to go down the road correctly. However, when Blackout for Black Ops 4 comes out for their VR thing, I think that's going to take the console space by storm, specific to VR.
So. Ooh, bold prediction.
I think that COD content's going to come back from the dead, and that the console side of things is going to get really strong for Black Ops, as well as the Blackout, the VR mode.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you get to that escape room. Thank you so much for your time, Cody. Thank you for helping us with this promotion, everything you did in Energy. We just really wanted to. I like getting brains like yours on here. Those active brains that are out there doing something, pursuing their dreams. I think it's important for our listeners to hear that. If you have that idea you've been sitting on, you can go act on it. Just make it happen. And also, if you're a smaller brand or looking to get into your giveaways to blow up your stream, or add some additional followers that are actual gamers, hit up the Vast people. We'll have all their links and stuff in the descriptions of the show. You can go to our giveaway. Go to the giveaway that's pinned to the top of the page. And they are actually one of the entry methods, too. So you guys could just follow them right from there. Get a chance to win some free stuff. And this guy can talk your ear off on just best practices in social media and follower growth and all sorts of stuff that go beyond my limitations. But before you go, Cody, go ahead and just plug anything you want. Your social channels, Vast, anything. What do you got?
Well, I can't post my SoundCloud link in here, so.
Damn, you know who this is.
No, but no, essentially, thank you guys for having us on the show. Thank you guys for entrusting our service to help your guys' promotion, and helping, allowing us to be a part of that. And I mean, again, just thank you. And if anybody's looking to, potentially power up their giveaways, so to speak, just, head on over to our socials, Vast Agency, and give us a look.
All right, Cody. Good luck in the escape room. Hope you make it.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Cody.
Man.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, that was informative, dude.
Yes,
every time I talk to that guy, I learn something, and then I feel a little dumber, but then I also feel a little smarter.
I like what he's saying about like balancing like when to use giveaways and when not to, because I'm on like a lot of Facebook pages with smaller streamers, and people will be like, I'm doing like a huge giveaway because I got I hit 25 followers, and I'm like, all right, maybe wait. Maybe build a little first. But like people that are like doing giveaway after giveaway after giveaway to like try and get followers like just like that. And I'm like, none of these people are gonna stay.
Yeah.
What I respect the most too about that was that his company makes money right now from people paying them to do giveaways.
Right. So
and
like,
he's telling you don't do it. Too many giveaways.
Yeah, like don't give us too much money because it's not gonna be good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Tempered Zebra in chat is actually going to school for a marketing degree specifically so he can get into esports marketing, and so he was super stoked about this.
Yeah, follow the guy, follow Cody. We'll have all of his social media listed on the podcast episode. I'm sure we'll shout him out on our social media pages and everything, so give him a follow, give Vast a follow. It's super interesting stuff what they do, and I had no idea they were working with like the big dogs, like Ninja and stuff. Like I knew he was working with all the orgs, but to branch out into those huge
did you get to meet Ninja?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask him that, but I didn't want to at the same time. All right, so we do have a show to do as well. I kind of wanted to talk about a story Emma had shared earlier.
Oh my god!
I'll let you take the lead because we had a little bit of a discussion.
This is so stupid.
But it needs to be talked about.
It doesn't.
That's
oh my god!
The show exists for.
All right, so a bunch of angry internet dudes. So we're starting this. A bunch of angry internet dudes.
Hold on.
Internet people.
Say people. Because you don't know. You don't know
put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
You're literally
don't you put that evil
painting
on
it on one gender, and that's just not fair.
Yeah. No gender shaming on this show.
Just because it's the majority doesn't mean it's the everything.
Bunch of angry internet individuals.
There you go. Now we go progression.
That are dudes.
Wow.
No, okay, so in all seriousness, Amouranth is in a little bit of hot water right now because apparently people found out that she's married and people are pissed off.
Well, let's say that she's in hot water with a certain sect of people.
Yeah.
Because when you're saying like she's in hot water, it makes it sound like she did something wrong.
No,
So
some donators are unhappy with the fact that Amouranth apparently lied about the fact that she was married. She stated multiple times that she was single. Apparently somebody found out that she's married, kind of started posting it everywhere.
Wow, the distrust.
And then people shot off. People are mad. There was a horrible conversation that I think one of her mods posted that he had with her, where like it was like a long thing.
The mod posted it?
The mod, yeah, I'm pretty sure he posted it.
He's not a mod anymore.
Because I don't know why well, actually, I'm going to say, I don't know who posted it. The thing that I saw looked like he had been the one to post it, but I'm not actually sure. But no, just a conversation where he was like, hey, I just saw this, like, it's not true, right? And she was like, yeah, no, it is. And like, he got so angry at her, and she's like, this is my personal life, like, I don't really owe this to anybody. He called her a lying skank.
And he put this out, he released this?
I will not swear to that.
Okay.
I'm saying,
I don't think he would release his own
what I saw made it
DM.
appear as though he had released it, but I have no idea.
So, I mean, if Amaterasu wants to not, expose herself, whatever her name is.
Okay. She has a name, Aaron.
Yeah, but
She's
it's not
an
her.
individual.
It's not her legal name, so I can.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know her life.
She lied about her.
I know. Yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything. I mean, I think it's just not to justify the people that are upset, but to explain, I guess.
I don't think anybody needs an explanation. We all know why they're mad.
Well, a lighter one besides the whole "I paid you money, I deserve," some type of repay and back. But I mean, I guess the idea that like she's attainable type of thing, it. For 100%, it could be not, true, type of thing. Like, you're never going to get with this person, no matter how much cash you drop in the chat. But I think taking that idea away from somebody is going to leave those people upset, which is stupid. Mm-hmm. But I think that's the kind of the core of it.
Do we know how much money? Was that an actual figure, or were we just?
Yeah, no. There was a screenshot of somebody that had given her $13K in
Good
1
Lord.
month.
And this is one of the people who was upset?
Yeah, I can't remember. Let me pull up because I'm talking out my ass right now.
While you're doing that,
Corey and Webb they're married. I'm not married. 13K is
you just outed us as being married.
You guys talk about your wives all the time. First of all,
you're not supposed to out people, dude.
I was doing the opposite.
Right.
Guarantee nobody is going to miss that attainable, dream that you guys.
Until Pocket Asian requests all his money back now.
Yeah.
No, but while she's looking that up, I wanted to ask Aaron. Well, I'll start with Aaron, then we'll go to Webb, so you have a chance to think about your answer.
God.
Yeah, we're looking at monthly figures.
Ask the
here.
question, because that's disgusting.
Somebody in a month gave $13,269. Another person $10,300 within a month.
Wow, yeah. Aaron, do streamers, entertainers,
not at all,
us have the right to lie to our viewers?
Yes.
Because it's not like she didn't say anything. She did say she was single. So, like, whether
Oh, so she never just said she was single?
Yeah, she has. She
did say she was single.
That's the issue.
Okay. I thought she was just admitting her relationship status.
I don't think that's the issue. Don't get me wrong. But I think that's what made the people think it's an issue or get upset.
Right. They're like, she lied to me.
She actually lied. She didn't just be vague about it. She told us she was single, and then she's not. So, Aaron, do we have the right to lie to our listeners?
It depends on the category, I would say. In my opinion, when it comes to my personal life, I'll lie to you all I want because it's my personal life.
This is her personal life.
Exactly.
If I'm like a journalist, I guess, if we consider ourselves like when we were working at not Nerd Reactor. Oh yeah, Nerd Reactor. What was I thinking of? The Nerdist.
Nerdist.
Yeah. We never.
When did we work for Nerdist?
Yeah, exactly. We've never. Yeah.
Let's separate ourselves from Nerdist.
So like, if we're
in the current climate,
if we're like perceived as journalists, then I feel like we're obligated to tell the truth and
even about your personal life though.
No.
Okay.
On the things that I'm writing about, like stuff like that. But my personal life is my personal life. Like I only tell that to the closest of friends anyway. So. She's fine, Just because you pay her a certain amount of thing doesn't mean you're entitled to her life.
I think Steven in chat just hit the nail on the head. He said it's called a persona. When the cams are on you, you can be whoever you want. Yeah, it's her persona. Amouranth is not, Caitlyn.
Yeah, Amaterasu is not a real.
Amouranth.
It's a
It's an easy name.
Whatever.
He just doesn't care.
You're like adding extra syllables. You're actually making it harder to say.
It's a God in Smite, and I like that game. So
Webb, what do you think?
I think that we absolutely 100% have the right to, but whether we choose to or not, I think is the issue. Like, for example, and not saying anything that she did was wrong, but it could be that you don't like. Let's say we weren't married and we just didn't say anything about being not married. Like we omitted it. Then that could be a different way of doing
it.
It's not saying that we're not, and it's not, or if she did that, you know what I mean? Like it's just a different way.
Is it muddled when you're like asking for money though?
I don't think so, because I think it's onto the person who's giving you the money. Like what they have in their head is their expectation. One thing I've seen going around Twitter a lot is people saying like, "We appreciate your support," and like as a content creator, I crazy appreciate your support, but I don't owe you for your support. I don't owe you anything. So just because somebody's donating money doesn't mean that she owes them a date.
Right.
Which is what a lot of these guys are getting upset about.
Right. Monetary support does not entitle them.
A lot of these
people. Sorry. Guys in the general term. Sorry. That was like a general term.
I'll fucking say it. They're dudes.
No, they're all over, they're across the boards. I know a couple of ladies by name.
Anyway.
There's
because monetary support does not entitle them to her time, to her personality, to her anything.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that like your donations are gonna change because she's married, that's shitty. That's on them, not on her.
It's the same thing as if like go back to what Cody or what we were talking about with Ninja losing all those subs. Before we kind of really thought about it and thought about the fact that it was a Prime, we reacted just like everybody else reacted. It was like, holy crap, you don't stream for 2 days and you lose subs. It's the same thing. It's like he's entitled to having 2 days off, and people who don't who get upset about that, like, I don't know.
It's the same thing with customers for like if you work at a store, everybody just feels like they're entitled to certain things. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm paying you. I'm your master.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but no.
Well, and I think one of the things that we were kind of talking about earlier today is I think you guys and I have different feelings on this, because as a woman, there are things that I would be totally comfortable lying about as a means of personal safety, or just not wanting people to contact me about things. Like, there are things that I totally understand straight up lying about.
I think it's a level, though. I did a report on Jackie Chan in high school, and he had a straight up lie about his relationship status because fans would hurt themselves when they found out that he was in a relationship with somebody. It could be a celebrity status too. But I remember writing this, and I was like, "This is the strangest thing." Somebody stood on some train tracks when they found out that he was in a relationship with one of his fans. She stood on some train tracks and said she was going to kill herself because Jackie Chan was not single.
So Amouranth is doing a public service.
So, I mean...
I think speaking to what you're saying, Emma, it's more along the lines of, like, we don't feel like we have to lie about that stuff.
Right.
We're not famous enough.
We were also talking about, because you guys were saying it could have just been a live omission where she just never said anything about it.
Right.
And I brought up, she probably gets asked constantly. Oh, yeah. Like, on your stream, I'm like, it doesn't sound like people ask you if you're single. Like, even I get it constantly. And, like, DMs and shit, people constantly contact me to ask me if I'm single. And it's weird as fuck.
Far more of an issue with female streamers than male streamers.
Right. So, like, I don't know. Like, there's a disconnect there where it's different for male streamers than it is for female streamers. Because there's just stuff that, like, I don't know, that people don't think about on the other side. Like, she couldn't possibly have lied about omission. She would have had to straight up lie because she was constantly being asked about it.
Right.
I think she's fine. Like,
she didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. I think the fact that there are these many people that are getting upset about this, it's ridiculous.
Dude, the Reddit thread was so bad.
I'm sure it was.
It was bad.
You dug deep.
It's all in that one article. They put a bunch of shit in it.
Wow. All right.
Now I want to show you that thing.
Think twice before you give someone $14,000. That's the lesson. That's a real lesson.
Or don't think at all and donate it right here, everybody.
Or just give it to us.
Yeah. All of the people who aren't donating to her anymore and aren't donating $40,000, you can bring it over here.
All right, when you're ready to give up some dates.
So this last paragraph here from the mod is the meaty.
Is the big one.
The meaty part.
The mod said this to her?
Yeah.
All right, we'll read this. I don't need you. There's.
That's enough right there. Hold on. That's enough right there.
This is a twin.
So this is after a conversation.
That's
so
enough
he
right there.
confronted her about it and was like, I saw this on r/livestream fails. Is this true? Like, this can't be true. And she's like, yeah, it is. And so they had a conversation, and this is his last.
Just for context, mods in Twitch channels take themselves way too seriously.
Way too seriously.
At TwitchCon last year, if I had a nickel for every time I shook a hand and they introduced themselves proudly as a mod for so-and-so, like, it's a status symbol. There was, at TwitchCon, it's like the normies.
That's sad.
And then the mods.
That's like legitimately sad.
They think they're their own celebrities, and then the actual Twitch streamers.
Like, you do, I
like, some people would gasp. You're a mod for Pokemon?
I appreciate anybody that mods for us, which is basically everybody.
We mod everybody because it doesn't mean anything.
But like, come on, guys! Like, that's there's other things to get you, I guess, to gasp from
it's
somebody.
A full status symbol.
You got 6 toes?
What's sad is that and what's sad is that the normies look at the mods as like, holy shit, really? You're a mod for that person?
Weird. It's so weird.
So when this person is saying this to Amouranth, this person is saying it, he or she is saying it with conviction.
Exactly.
From their high horse.
I kind of feel like this is a lady.
So this mod found out
go for it.
She's been lying. This is what he says. I don't need you. There are a whole lot of other streamers that deserve my time and support. As they say, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Fish without husbands, too. You liar skank. I will no longer be dedicating 1/3 of my day to moderating.
1/3 of my day. That's very specific.
The other 2/3 are reserved for what? What does this guy do?
If he made I don't know. If he put 13K to something, I don't know what he does.
We don't know that this was the 13K.
Oh, this isn't okay.
I'm not sure.
I think we can all assume what he probably does with the other 2/3 of his day.
Yeah, another third goes to fapping. Okay, we won't go there. If you need me, I'll be in ST Peaches chat from now on.
Is that another
streamer?
Okay.
She is another streamer who is known for her very, very good looks.
Is she married?
Oh. I mean, apparently not, because this guy is more than happy to go over there.
She has a boyfriend.
I'm pretty sure
he did his research this time. He's not going to get tricked again.
What I think is ST Peach is actually very outspoken too about her boyfriend. Yeah, she always posts pictures with him and everything. Okay, he went on to say, ST Peach's chat from now on, you may not know this, but I actually do watch her streams after yours are over.
Like he's cheating or
Oh
something.
my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the way he phrased that was like, oh yeah, and there's somebody else.
This is gonna sting her. And
it gets funnier.
Oh no! And I've been a 6-month subscriber as well.
Damn, that means they have a kid together.
Yeah, that cuts deep.
It gets funny.
That's a secret family.
I donated her $30 the other day, and she said her outfit looked, cute.
And said her. No, he said that. Yeah. She said they said that.
She said, "I'm a sweetheart. Things are looking up for me and down for you."
Whoa, he is on the rise. She is on the rise.
This is where I bid you farewell. Have fun being a liar, bitch face.
That is
wow. I think bitch face is too weird.
Let me see this young lady. This young married lady.
Did he?
He did that for her, and that's her husband right there.
Yeah, so that's her husband. It's weird because the way the article's headlined,
She's married to the dude from Walking Dead.
That's racist. The way the article was headlined wasn't like streamer is harassed after people find out she has a husband. They headlined it streamers harassed after people find out her husband is Asian.
What's that got to do with
anything? I think
right?
I want to say ST Peach's boyfriend / husband, maybe fiance, is Asian as well.
I'm just surprised dude isn't dead. I could have swore I saw a bat like to the side of this guy's head.
So somebody on YouTube, I think called L of the Day, put out like a big exposing video, and I was just like,
so they exposed her husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Has he said anything?
I have no idea.
If I was him, because this is that's just my personality. If I was him, I would have made a video. I would have came out and be like, "I'm sorry, I married her, guys. It's my bad."
She put out, or she tweeted, I think earlier today or yesterday or something, after this came out, and because part of what had stemmed from it is that she had a stream that was titled like "Now Accepting Boyfriend Applications" as like, you know, just like a cutesy little thing, and so she tweeted out yesterday, she was like, "Still accepting boyfriend applications." Dang. She's just like, fuck everybody.
Here's what's funny: this guy clearly doesn't have Twitter, because ST Peach, her pinned tweet from May 20th, so she's had this thing pinned for a while. It is now June 20th, says, "I said yes." And a picture of her with a ring hugging an Asian guy. So this guy's doomed to always lose his...
Just like the fact that people think like this is so weird, because that's been like one of the weirdest things is like, I don't know. I feel like I always have to say it, even though like I haven't been unlucky enough to run into people like that. But I was just like, donations or support of any kind does not entitle you to anything. Not time, not like personal time, not chatting, not like a date, not sleeping with somebody. Like, you should always, if you're supporting somebody's creativity, you're supporting somebody as a content creator, you are supporting because you like their content, not because you think you're going to get something out of it, or you should be.
Well, I mean, that's in an ideal world, in a perfect world, yes, 100%.
Don't be fucking creepy.
I agree with you, Emma, 100%. But in the real world,
was that the guy that you were saying was upset because he wanted to try and get drinks with her at TwitchCon?
Yeah, because that was in that conversation where he was like,
so we were supposed to get drinks.
Yeah,
I had it all mapped out.
He's like, I Snapchatted you a picture and you said I was cute, and then
do you know how much I spent on Quaaludes?
Yeah.
Jesus. Now we're just getting criminal.
That guy isn't that far off from it.
It's fair.
We got to send a little shout out here to a typical view who did give us his his Amazon Prime subscription, and he did that by clicking up on the top corner there. You know that if you are we won't put you through.
Oh yeah, this is what he said. He said, obviously you know how much I like you. I was gonna fly out to TwitchCon this year. I was hoping maybe we'd get a few drinks afterwards, just you and me. ... See where the night takes us.
It's going to take us to Pound Town, apparently, in his
hands. Take you right to fucking jail.
That's what he thinks.
Take him to fucking jail is what it's going to do.
He ends that paragraph with, "I feel like such a moron." Well,
yeah, you should.
Is that what he means? So,
should.
First of all, I'm really disgusted, but you guys keep calling it he. It could be a she.
There's no question.
And
absolutely no question.
I mean, the person is just, delusional. Yeah. So, I mean, now we're just making fun of somebody that's delusional, and that's fine. That's not fair.
Oh, look at that! What you playing? What you playing? Oh, man.
Corey trying to move on.
Caught me off guard. That was, of course, the What You Playin' theme song, where we go through day in, day out. The What You Playin' gods sit and wait for us to the perfect time. They wait for the perfect moment of the podcast, and then they bestow the theme song, and then we jump into it. So, without further ado, Webb, you want to explain the rules to What You're Playing?
Yeah, you talk about what you've been playing.
Yeah, I was pretty covered it all, yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
You want to start?
I've been playing Fallout 3 and a little
bit
of
Overwatch.
You. Yeah.
Good on you.
I'm actually really excited to play Fallout 3.
Wait.
I'm looking at chat. Not you. What are you doing?
Damn.
You're like... vicious stare at Emma right there.
Knock that
shit off of the
First
table.
of all, I was not staring at Emma. I was looking at the chat. I just...
What?
So you got the glasses on, so I can't
Exactly. Tell. Thank you.
Why is there some backstory we need to know here?
There's no backstory. It's
just a good game. Play Fallout.
He just
I said everybody should play Fallout.
And I have a very good reason for not having played it, okay? And I explained that already.
Why are you throwing daggers this way?
There's some weird... going on here,
dude.
And it has to do with Fallout.
You know what?
No, it doesn't.
Do we need to unpack something here?
Don't worry about it.
Unpack something here.
All right.
Yeah, no. Fallout 3. I never finished the game. I didn't get very far, and so I'm replaying it from the very beginning, and I'm doing things a little bit differently, and it's awesome because I'm opening up quests that I didn't do before.
So how are you playing this differently? Are you playing when you play Fallout? Are you role playing things how you would do them? Do you go just pure good? Or are you a bad boy every once in a while?
I kind of do it the way that I would do it if I was in that situation. I mean, with some caveats, like for example,
when you're not married.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, hang on. Let's bring it back.
Like how you have to play?
No, so like for example,
perfect world.
When the lizard ladies start coming onto him, he's like, I'm married.
In
Megaton, a Fallout game? Lizard women.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't there lizard women?
No.
Are you thinking of Skyrim?
Yeah, you're really thinking of
Skyrim.
Oh,
yeah, I'm thinking of Skyrim.
The lusty Argonian mage.
Lusty Argonians, yeah.
It's Bethesda. Like in Megaton, you walk in and there's like that sketchy guy off to the right in the bar.
Kill him.
And he wants to have you blow up Megaton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the first time I played, I didn't know what was going on, and he ended up killing the sheriff. This time,
spoilers.
Okay. It's been out for like a decade. This time, as soon as he was done talking to me, I just pulled out like the biggest gun I had and just like lit him up. And then it was like, you can no longer blow up Megaton.
After he explained himself? Or did you just preemptively have the foresight of knowing from the multiverse?
Because I played it before. Okay. I got this far in the first time. So the second time, I was like, oh, nope, I'm going to kill this guy.
Wait, so you used outside knowledge of the game?
Well, that's the point I'm at, yeah. I didn't get further than that, really.
Well, that's you
Shameful.
broke. It's no longer a role playing game.
Well, from this point on, it is because I didn't get much further than that. The first time I played.
Wow!
With the
thank
tier
you.
2 sub.
Shadow
shit!
Tier 2 sub.
Thank you for that sub.
Amazing! Thank you so much, dude. That's a legit one. Not that the Amazon ones we don't appreciate them.
Wow! You heard it here first. Corey hates you guys. Yeah. Amazon Prime subscribers.
Damn. And by the way, I'm married, so you can double suck it. Aaron, what you been playing?
Fallout New Vegas.
So you guys are both riding the Fallout train, getting ready for 76, I take it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I downloaded Steam again for the Steam sale.
Anything good?
Fallout New Vegas.
I just realized that I had a gigantic library of Steam games, and I just started downloading some old stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, that's all I've been playing. I started that from New Vegas, new save file, survival mode, and been playing that.
All right. And Emma, what you been playing?
Well, I just finished Unravel 2.
Wait, that game is out?
It is.
It came out the day it was announced.
Oh, I thought that was just like a try it now beta
No,
thing.
they dropped the game. So they announced it, like there was no word on a second game. They announced it at their press conference, and at the end of it, they showed a trailer, and they were like, oh, by the way, it's out now, bye.
And then people went... Well,
and then I cried.
I guess.
And then I cried.
And then Emma was the only person in the world who
And then I had to go to E3, so I couldn't actually play it until I got back. But I just finished it. Non-spoiler review.
Does this game have a story?
Ooh,
see, let's
get to that one.
Oh yeah, because you were there when I finished it, and I was a little perturbed. Gameplay, fantastic, amazing, best co-op gameplay I've seen in years. Fantastic gameplay. Story.
You know who you are right now.
So confused. Don't understand. Because the first game had a story. It had like a reason for why you were doing everything.
The old lady's dementia. The old lady. The photos
yeah. And like you're going through her memories. And in this one, they stuck with that. Like you're still going through memories, but there's no reason. Like you don't know. You're following these two kids who are like running from an abusive like home or orphanage or something. Like I don't even know. Who they are, what they're running from, why they're running, and then like you go through the whole game, and I'm like, all right, so we're going through levels. Like eventually, I'm gonna know why. No, I get to the end of the game, I still don't know why. I don't know who they were. I don't know what it was the point of anything. So the gameplay was fantastic, but the story was severely lacking.
Huh? Maybe they infected you with the old lady's dementia from the first game.
Perhaps. Wow. Perhaps.
Interesting.
And then I started Dark Souls, and I want to kill myself.
Yeah, that's usually how that game goes.
I actually want to kill myself.
What made you decide to get into being a masochist?
So I hate games that are difficult just for the sake of being difficult. I don't find it fun, which is exactly what Dark Souls is. Yeah. So it's been a long-running joke on my channel that people really want me to play Dark Souls. Like for a really long time. Everybody's like, play Dark Souls, play Dark Souls. So I did a charity stream a couple months ago for the Sacramento SPCA, and as a joke, I threw in that if we made double the donation goal, if we raised $1,000, that I would play Dark Souls. And it was a joke. I did not in a million years think we would raise $1,000 in 12 hours.
Well, you could have just lied, apparently.
But
I know you. Have you not learned anything?
If you learned anything from the show, you could have just forgot about it.
But no, I said I would do it, and they raised $1,000 for the Sacramento SPCA, and now I'm playing Dark Souls. Right. I want to die.
Good on you.
It's horrible.
Are you going to see it through? Are you going to beat the game, or are you going to?
I'm going to go as long as I can
until why would you do that?
I want to die. Like, until I actually want to pick up my Xbox and throw it out the window and smash new million pieces. I'm going to get there and then not do that and then quit and never play it again.
Do people, I should say, do you? Are you having fun?
No.
So you're playing a game.
I hate it so much. It's infuriating. It's actually like, I have never been so viscerally angry at a video game in my life, and I hate it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like it.
You probably shouldn't play the game. I mean, you did it once. It's cool.
But I said, I'm like 10 hours in. Like I said I would do it.
Dang.
I hate it.
What are you playing, Corey?
So I picked up a few games on Steam sale. My good friend, David Ng, you guys know him as the show as Gondo. He hooked me up with a gift card, I think for Christmas, for Steam. And so as an homage to him, I picked up a few games that he's recommended the last few years, and it was Shadows of Mordor and Shadows of War.
Yeah, you said you started Shadow of Mordor, right?
Yeah.
And you're into it?
Oh, man. Whenever I have a minute to not do anything, that's what I'm doing.
That's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have that one too. That's a good game.
Yeah. So this podcast is like probably recorded in 2014 because this is an old ass game, but it's insanely good. I actually bought it once on the Xbox and then just never played it for some reason.
Would you classify Shadow of Mordor as a movie game?
No.
No,
we had this.
Yeah, we did have this discussion.
No. Aaron told me to ask you, but no, I don't count it as a movie game either. I'm with you.
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't know why you wanted me to ask that because I'm with him on this.
Because now he's totally changed his story.
Wait, what was the original argument?
You thought Lord of the Rings games were all movie games.
But now that you're playing Shadow of Mordor, you don't.
Oh, it's a movie game. Sorry, I'm backwards. Yeah, like
no, it's
Gollum
not.
is in it.
It's not.
He's
a movie
from
game.
the movie.
He said Gollum is in it.
It's the same actor.
So if I put Gollum in Tetris, is that a movie game?
Yeah, that's the Lord of the Rings game.
He said Long Beast.
Just take a random
every time there's a vertical piece, it's my precious.
He talks about the Hobbitses. He talks about Bagginses. It's a continuation of that story. You actually meet the dude who forged the rings. He's like the character. It's not like they just. It feels cohesive with the movies. It takes place in the same universe as the Lord of the Rings movies.
I would say that makes it a book game, not a movie game.
We got to that point too.
This is the Gollum that they presented
all the way
to
back
us.
To that too.
Go back and listen to these episodes. I will change your mind.
Please do.
I think I was on it, wasn't I?
No.
This was
this is when you were just a twinkle in your father's eye.
Ew.
Yeah,
what?
That took a weird turn.
Yeah,
twinkle.
Really,
because she was like a little kid. It was supposed to be sweet. Just ruin everything.
Yes, confirmed. Black Panther is a Lord of the Rings tie-in.
You guys ruin everything. Maybe that'll be the after show, and I can educate the masses here. Thank you so much to Cody for taking his time out of his busy schedule to hang out with us a little bit. He's been amazing in helping us with our giveaway. I highly recommend Vast organization to other companies out there. Or he's always down to just talk too, man. So send him a message. Get your foot in the door. That's how you do it.
He is married though, so forewarned.
He could be lying about that.
They could be lying about that. You never know.
What else we got to wrap up the show with? Comic-Con's coming.
Whoop.
So, are you? Yeah, you'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Emma Skies will be there.
I will be there all 4 days. I will be in the fashion show. We will be there forever.
Are you gonna do like a live from Comic-Con?
I'm gonna try.
Like, hey, Aaron, I'm on the show floor.
Why would she just?
Why would I call
like
you?
Yeah.
Because you're calling the show.
Why would I be calling the show?
Isn't it happening on a Saturday?
I don't want it. That'll be audio quality. No,
it's closed by then.
She's gonna IRL
I don't
stream.
know what the
She's
hell
gonna
that
be
is.
the next Ice Poseidon.
Ooh, please don't.
Please do.
I tried to IRL stream from E3, but I had no fucking service.
There's
it was a
never
nightmare.
service
It was
on
a
there.
nightmare.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who followed during the show. We had quite a few new follows, and then the subs coming up big. Atypical Viewer, and who was the tier 2?
Shadowloo.
Shadowloo.
Yeah. If I remember correctly.
Thank you, sir. That means the world. That's how we keep the lights on. That's how we keep this show going. If you haven't already, get involved in our giveaway, our 5-year giveaway. It's the pinned tweet on our Twitter. You just click that link, you follow on the various social media platforms, and you get tons of entries for a chance to win a Nintendo Switch and the Breath of the Wild Special Edition. And you're going to want to get it because Smash Ultimate's coming out, and that's going to be a fire game. Don't miss Smash. And as always, if you listen to the show on the iTunes or the Spotifys of the world, give us a 5-star rating. That's how more people find the show. It really helps us. If you can't donate monetarily, which is totally reasonable, it's free. All we need is a little bit of your time to give the show a nice rating, say a couple nice things. It's great that we've seen more and more people coming from Spotify into the Twitch streams. And if you on the Twitch streams, give us a check out on the podcast stores. Your finger's so strong. Oh my gosh, YouTube, get a room. Get a room.
I'm professional.
For Aaron, Webb, Emma, my name is Corey saying you've just been banged.